Hi you guys, it's Trainer Tiff with Tackle It with Tiff, and today I wanted to talk to you about goal setting. So there's different kinds of goals that you can set when you are starting a health regimen, when you're starting to get in shape, stuff like that. And as you progress, you're going to notice that your goals are going to change. Sometimes you reach your goals and you need to set loftier ones, and then other times you know, one goal may be kind of put on the back burner while you come up with a new one and focus on that, and then you end up passing up your goals without even realizing it. So, you know, at the beginning, a lot of times people have the goals of losing a certain amount of weight or fitting back into a certain jean size or something like that. And, you know, those are really good goals to have. And I think we all pretty much start off with those goals. However, when you reach those, or even sometimes before you reach those, as you're training, you suddenly get new goals and you realize that you can push yourself a lot harder than you have been. So you come up with goals that are more performance-based, like, you know, being able to do 20 push-ups without stopping, or being able to, you know, run a mile without stopping, or being able to run faster than you did yesterday. I have a kitten that is attacking my chair. This is Tiger behind me. So, you know, your goals change as you progress. And sometimes, you know, your goals will be something as simple as, you know, making sure that you drink a gallon of water a day, or focusing on eating more vegetables this week, or focusing on getting all 5 or 6 of your meals in during the day, or making sure that you take all of your vitamins that day. You know, so pick certain goals, write them down. Some people, you know, wonder about how I set my goals and things like that. I actually have a dry erase marker that I keep in my bathroom, and I write stuff on my mirror so that in the morning I see it every single time I go into the bathroom. You go into, you know, do your hair, you go into, you know, use a restroom, you go into do your makeup, and you see what's on your mirror. And something as simple as dry erase marker, it's a nice little reminder. So, sorry, my cat is crazy. It's my husband's cat, by the way. Takes after his dad. And, you know, but I write on my mirror so that I see that all the time, and it's a nice little constant reminder of what I need to focus on. You know, and I was talking with somebody earlier today, one of my clients, and we were talking about how crazy it was that, you know, at first you focus on your weight, and, you know, you want to get back to a certain weight, and, you know, when I was in middle school, I weighed 120 pounds and I wore a size 6. And I thought that now, I thought I was never going to be anything smaller than a size 6. I thought that that was the smallest I could ever be at all. I thought that I, you know, had nothing left at that point. And, you know, now weighing 120, I wear a size 0. And, I mean, that just, it boggled my mind. I went in to go get a pair of pants, and I thought that I was going to wear a size 4, and all of a sudden 2s are loose, and so I put on 0s, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, I thought that only, you know, teeny tiny super thin people ever wore a 0, and I wear a size 0, but I still weigh 120 pounds. So it tells you, you know, it's crazy, because that makes you kind of realize the fact that the quality of my 120 pounds now is drastically different than what it was when I was in middle school. Weighing 120 then and being a size 6, I was much softer as a 120, and there was more of me, you know, whereas now I'm much more solidified, made of more muscle, and so my 120 now is a higher quality. So, you know, and writing down all of your goals of what you want, you know, and I knew that I wanted to weigh 120 again, but I never wrote down the size of pants that I wanted to wear, and so I didn't even think about it. I just knew that I needed to fit into pants, and, you know, there's a playhouse that just fell over. You know, originally when I started getting healthy, I was fitting into a size 16 pants, and that was kind of my light bulb moment, is when I had to go into like the plus size area to find a pair of pants. And I swore to myself that I would never walk into a Lane Bryant, ever. I never wanted to be a plus size. And so that was my turning point in knowing that I needed to set some good goals for myself. But I never set a goal of getting into anything smaller than a size 6. I thought that was the smallest I could ever wear. But I really wanted to focus on being strong and being healthy, and so I just naturally pushed past every single goal that I had, so I had to start changing my goals. So, you know, and sometimes you don't realize what goals you can beat until you just flat out do it, or somebody challenges you to do it. So, I have a friend who's a trainer in Florida, and he came up with a workout program, and part of that was doing a test. And so, you know, he had several exercises, and he would say, do as many of these as you can in 1 minute. And, you know, one of the exercises was push-ups, and I love push-ups. And so the most that I could get to was 47, and, you know, and I was working really hard to get that 47. And so, but after, you know, training some more, all of a sudden I beat my record. And that was a really good feeling. It was performance-based, and so I knew that my body was performing better. So I got up to 50 push-ups in 1 minute, which is, yay, I can do 50 push-ups in 1 minute. You know, but it's a performance-based goal instead of, you know, body, you know, visual on it. So I'm not so concerned now about my weight, because my weight is pretty consistent. You know, it's just making sure that my body fat versus, you know, strength stays up. So you know, if my scale goes up by a pound or something, you know, I don't beat myself up. There's no reason to give yourself consequences for stuff like that. You just need to make sure that you focus on being healthy the next week. You know, make that your goal, is to focus on something. You never don't want to tell yourself no. You always want to go toward something instead of away. So, you know how people will say, you know, well, when you're running on the treadmill, you're, you know, focus on, you know, running away from your old self. For every step you take, you're, you know, getting away from that other. No, I don't focus on what I'm getting away from. I always want to focus on what I am doing. So, you don't want to focus on the negative. You always want to focus on the positive. So instead of, especially food, if you tell me I cannot eat something, that's exactly what I'm going to want. So instead of focusing on what you can't eat, focus on what you should be eating and what you really want to be eating that week. So instead of saying, I can't eat bread, or I can't have cheese, or I can't have dairy, instead you need to focus on, okay, I want to get at least, you know, 5 vegetables in today. Okay, I want to get at least 3 fruits in today. Okay, you know, I need to get at least this many glasses of water in today. So those are the kinds of things I want you to focus on, because then you get to see what you do get instead of what you don't get. So instead of trying to get away from the body that you used to have, you need to think about getting towards the body that you do want. And that's what I want you guys to focus on this week, is setting up your goals and picking out what those goals are, whether they're performance-based or whether they're, you know, body, physical kinds of goals. I want you guys to focus on what your goals are this week. Whether it's, you know, you need to get 3 to 5 vegetables in a day. You need to get, you know, 3 fruits in a day. You need to get all of your water in today. All of your vitamins. You know, pick something that you want to work on and work towards that this week. Because those goals are invaluable. And when you beat those goals and when you accomplish every single one of those goals, it's another step towards the body that you get, that healthy new body that you get to enjoy for so much longer. So that's our pep talk for today. I'm so glad that you guys are doing so well. I've been hearing a lot of success stories from people being in boot camp, and I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait to keep it up. The seasons are going to start changing here soon. It'll start cooling off a little bit, so it'll be even more enjoyable, and we'll get sweat-tastic in layers. So you guys have fun. I'll see you on the slimmer side, and stay sweat-tastic. Bye, you guys.